Right, we're going to start holding our towel and we're going to start standing with feet wide as you like, as wide as you can manage. You need to have straight legs, and we're holding the towel just as a thing to hold on to. If you've got a Pilates ball, you could use that instead. You could also use like a lightweight towel is fine though. So if you've got your towel, I've got a towel as well. Okay, so we want to just back your hips up. So you're going to stick your bottom out a bit behind you. And then we're going to get your towel and put it on your chest, and then cross your arms over. So you're holding onto it. So we're just going to add a little bit. Well, we're holding onto it because we need it for the next one. Okay, so your hips are back. Then you don't want to come forward. We're going to drop our shoulders forward, which is going to bring our elbows down, and you'll feel your back going out behind you, your upper back. And then we're going to lift up. So our chest lifts up, pushes our arms up, and our shoulders go back, and our upper back extends. So we're just going to do a few of those, really coming down forward, really coming up. Your pelvis stays still, and we're not actually bringing our ribs forward and backwards. We're tilting them down and then up at the front. So you imagine that your rib cage is like a basketball hoop, and the back stays almost where it is, and the front of the hoop lifts up, and then the front of the hoop drops. So what we're looking for is a long upper spine while the hoop is down in front. But we can only go there by going to each extreme. And then you can change your normal. Right, let's stay with our elbows down now. You might feel your upper back is a bit rounded. That's just fine, that's how it is. And we're going to lift the crown of your head right up. Then let's get the towel and hold it out in front of you. We're going to take a breath here, bending both knees. Breathe out, come up. So I'll turn around. We're going to breathe in, going down, and then breathe out, going up. So the descent takes as long as the in-breath. You hold it, and then it's an explosive exhale to come up. Breathing in, breathing out. Think about your knees widening as you go down. So you want to stay on equal across your feet. So you're not favoring the inside of your feet as you go down. Your knees haven't rolled in. Keep your knees wide, and you just feel a bit more of a stretch, and we use our feet better. Breathing in to go down, out to go up. Okay, we're going to stay down now. So we're going to stay to, doesn't need to be comfortable, it's probably not going to be comfortable, knees wide, and then take your arms out. Your towel is in one hand. So the other hand, the non-towel hand, is the one that's going to be still. We're going to bring the towel hand towards the other and back out again. We just need to breathe in one way and out of the other, and out the other direction of the towel. Try and keep your weight on equally across your feet, so you're not favoring the inside edge. Let's take the towel into the other hand now, and then do the same thing the other way. You're breathing in one way and out the other. If your legs start to really ache, you just come up a bit. Try and keep your knees wide though. Good. Try and do a couple more. It's a bit of a rude awakening on a Tuesday morning. Let's start wide and let's come up. Good. Take the towel into both hands. Reach it right up towards the ceiling. Chin is tucked in. We're going to side bend one way. Imagine your body trapped between two walls here, so you're not twisting. You're just going into a straight side bend, top arm over your ear, and over to the other side. Just hang here for a bit, feeling that skin stretch, so the muscles stretching underneath. We're often quite upper oblique dominant. Okay, let's take the towel in front of us. We'll go back in that position that we were enjoying so much. So we come down into the squat, knees wide, take the towel out to one side, other arm out as well. And then we're going to take the towel to the other hand, but take it behind your back. So you bring the towel across first. So you want to be able to see it across in your waist there, and then you take it, arm out wide, take it behind your back so you can see it, take it. Okay, let's carry on. So you're going to feel this as a big stretch in the shoulder of the towel arm. Right, we'll do one more on each way after this one. My towel is completely coming apart. So I'll refold in a minute. Okay, arms out wide. Let's bring the towel in front. Technical issues, we'll just hold on to it. And we're going to come up, just for a small relief, because we're going to go back down again. So back down into the squat, knees wide. Hold the towel out in front. Let's do a little bit of pelvic tilting here. So just try and move your pelvis. And we're looking for your pubic bone to be in line with your hip bones down towards the floor. So try and find that place and then lift your heels and lower. Lift and lower. You can slam your heels down, not too vigorously, but it works the plantar fascia pretty well if you do that. Like just let your heels land quite heavily on the floor. If it hurts, then go down slower. If your Achilles is tight, then you've probably got a bit of plantar fasciitis at the back, then you want to go down slower. Whew. Good, let's try a few more. Tiptoes, heels up and down. And then let's bring our heels down and come on up. Take the towel down in front of you, drop your head and take the towel down towards the floor. So hopefully it reaches the floor, both hands on it. Otherwise you might need to bend your knees a little bit, but your legs are straight if they can be. You're dropping your chest down. So you just imagine all your spine now is turned to jelly. You're dropping your head down. Neck is also jelly. And now see if you can shift your hips from side to side. So you just imagine there's a wall behind your bottom and you're just going to brush your bum on the wall. You'll find you'll do a little, it's not really a side to side movement, it's more of a tilt. One way and then the other. You'll find just one bum cheek lift and the other one drops. And you'll feel a bit of a stretch in your inner thighs. Okay, let's stay in the center of those two extremes and we're going to roll up. So try and just keep a curvy spine as you go up so we're not antagonizing your low back. Arms out to the side. We're going to take one hand down to the opposite foot. The other arm is going to go up to the ceiling. If your legs need to bend for you to touch your foot, then you're touching higher up your leg. Try and keep straight legs here. Breathe. Let's come up over to the other side. Your toes shouldn't be gripping the floor here. So if they are, back your hips up. One more each side. From here. So up, down to one foot, and then down to the other. And let's come on up. Let's walk your toes and heels in towards each other. Just get rid of the towel. Bring your feet to hip width. Inner thighs are feeling a bit zingy now. Good. Let's go a bit wider than hip width actually. So take your feet a bit wider. Hips are back, ribs are down, inner thighs are relieved. Let's take our arms out and bring your elbows down to tuck into your side. Your palms are up towards the ceiling. You're going to do a dumb waiter. Your shoulders need to be down, right down. So give them lots of tension, lift them up, and then consciously drop, 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 drop. Get a nice long neck, chin tucked in, ribs down in front of you. We're opening our arms out wide without your elbows coming away. And then bring your hands in, your arms cross. Take them out wide. Hopefully you go wider than me. Bring them in, they cross. Try and take one arm above the other and then swap whichever arm is on top, just so that we break our habits. So even though this doesn't really do much, it's wrong that we should do things the same every single time. And all these small things the same add up to a lot of muscles never really working, or a lot of muscle patterns never really working. Okay, let's take our hands out wide. Shoulders are still down. Let's start stretching our hands away. And you'll feel if you keep your elbows tucked right forward, you'll feel a bit of a strain there in your upper arms and your upper back and your shoulders. So hold it. You've got, imagine a stone on each hand. So make your arms really heavy. And we're going to just drop your head to one side. So your ear comes down towards your shoulder. And then tuck and untuck your chin, rolling your head over that shoulder. We're breathing. Your breaths don't lift and lower your shoulders. And then head up and drop your head the other way. Keep that stone on each hand. Keep reaching your hands away and tucking your elbows forward. And roll your head over this shoulder, breathing. Okay, head comes up. You might notice a tension difference on the outside of your head. Hands on your hips. Lift the fronts of your feet, heels down, and flip your feet over to face one way. Then lift and flip your feet over the other way. You might need to do it in 2 jumps. We're trying to keep our legs straight here. You're flipping, swiveling round. If you're on a slippery floor, this is way easier. If you're on a very deep pile carpet, this is not easy. But hey, you know, this makes it, doesn't matter what you're on, you just work with what you've got. Okay, now we're going to change how we do this. So toes are going to face forward, my feet are coming apart. We're going to lead from the heel. So we lift onto tiptoes, then swivel your heels one way and put them down. Lift onto tiptoes, swivel the other way and put them down. Try and get your feet to line up one way, lift, round the other way, line up the other way. Oh, it's difficult to look at the camera all the time as I do this. So onto tiptoes, big swivel, heels down. Onto tiptoes, big swivel, nearly fall over, heels down. Okay, I think I peaked at the beginning. Let's go round. We're going to stay with toe, heel, pointing in one direction, doesn't matter which. Have a look down and just see if they're lined up. They don't need to be in the same line, but they need to be pointing in the same direction, if you know what I mean. You don't need to be walking on a tightrope, but they are heel, toe, all facing the same way. Both legs straight. Turn your hips behind you. So you're just turning them a bit more away from what we call the front. Not really a front, but that way. And then let's back your hips backwards and hinge from your hips so that you're coming forward over your leg. We're trying to have a flat back here. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears. You'll feel a stretch down the back of the front leg, but keep both feet down. And then come back up again. Okay, let's do that again. So we're hinging at the hips. You're thinking of your bottom going back behind you, your hip bones going back behind you, your hands feel like they're traveling back, but you're keeping your chin tucked in, your ribs tucked in, and your back shape from changing. Lift the toes up of the front foot and then put them down. Let's drop your arms, drop your head, and drop your chest over that front leg. If you need to hold on to something, do. If you need to bend your back knee, then do. We're going to roll up. Hands back on your hips. Lift onto tiptoes. Swivel around the other way. Heels down. Check your feet are lined up. You can be on a tightrope, but they need to be facing the same direction. Turn your hips, so you're turning them behind you. You'll bring the hip of the back leg forward and then hinge. You might really be feeling this in your calf. The swivels really get into the calf muscles. It's great if you get plantar fasciitis. Try and be nice and long, flat back, extension. The more lined up your feet are, the more wobbly it is. I quite like a wobble though, so you can work with it. And then come on up. And then down again. Good. Feel that extension through the back of the front leg. Lift the toes up of the foot in front of you and then put them down again. Just to feel that you are not weighting into the toes. Both legs straight, especially the front leg. Drop your arms, drop your head, drop your chest. Both heels are down. Okay, and then let's come on up. And let's lift your heels, swivel so your feet face forward. Let's drop your arms and drop your head and roll all the way down into a forward fold. Bend your knees so your fingertips get onto the floor. And then let's walk your knees. So one leg straightens while the other bends, and then you swap. Both knees bent now. Let's walk our hands forward along your mat, your floor, and then bring your knees down. Okay, in an all fours position, toes tucked under. Vertical thighs, knees hip width apart. Shoulders down away from your ears. Let's pelvic tilt so we can consciously find neutral. In neutral, your hip bones and pubic bone are in a plane parallel to the floor. You have a small dip in your lumbar spine. Your ribs need to be pulled up inside your tummy. So we're not doing a big arch or like a drop of your chest towards the floor. You tuck your chest up. You'll feel your shoulders work more as you do that. Okay, let's spread our fingers out wide on the floor and make sure the back of your head is pushed back behind you. So we're not doing this drop of your head. You're trying to have your head in line with the rest of your spine. And then we're going to lower our chest down towards the floor without bending your elbows. So it's a rhomboid push-up. Your shoulder blades slide together behind your back. You push into your hands, you round between your shoulder blades. So you're lowering and you're lifting. It's nice and slow. A lot of people do this with an elbow bend. It's not an elbow bend. And a lot of people do it with their bottom going backwards. Your bottom is still. You are bringing you're shortening your arms, bringing them up towards the ceiling, let your chest go down. You're lengthening your arms, pushing them away from you. So it's this motion, but in all fours. And you're lowering rather than dropping. And then you lift, 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 lift. Lowering all the way down, measuring the bottom of your shoulder blades, pinching together, and lift up. Okay, now let's stay lifted, and now let's swivel our arms. So we're going to bring our elbows to face our knees, elbow pits to face forward. So arms are swiveling one way and then the other, as you can see. And we're going to stay with our elbows pointing towards our thighs, elbow pits facing away from you, and then do a few more rhomboid push-ups. Elbows not bending. And then stay halfway up. So just thinking that halfway up might be between your shoulder blades filled up. So if you are way more one way than the other, we're just trying to find neutral, which is flat between your shoulder blades. Might need someone to spot you doing this. Okay, and shoulders are down away from your ears. Let's bend your elbows down towards the floor and towards your knees and keeping them in towards each other. Lift up, lower down, lift up. So again, your bottom is still, or you can make it more tough by bringing your bottom forward and your head heads forward of both hands. But there's no bottom going backwards. That's just weight off your arms. So try and just keep your chest going down, your head coming down, and your elbows tucked right in. So your elbows come down parallel to each other. Your arms stay parallel to each other. So we're using the backs of our arms, which we might not like. Okay, we've got another tricep one coming up. So we'll make this one the last one. And now let's stay with straight arms. If you're hypermobile, you're not going for straight, you're going for a mini bend so that they're visually straight. And remember, your ribs are tucked inside your body. Take a breath in here. Breathe out, step back with your left foot, toes tucked under. And then take another breath and bring that knee in. Breathe in, breathe out, step back with your right foot, toes tucked under. Breathe in here. Bring them back in. Back shape staying the same. So you can take this further. Breathe in, step back with your left foot, toes tucked under, hold it. Next exhale, you're taking the right leg back. Back shape stays exactly where it was. Breathe in here. You bring your left knee in, the one you started with. Breathe in here. Exhale, you're bringing your right knee in. Then you do the same, starting with your right leg. Remember, you can stay with the one that we were doing in the first place, where you never go into the full plank. You can also go onto your elbows. You keep your shoulders down away from your ears, and you keep your elbow pits facing forward. Okay, let's do 2 more whole cycles. So starting with one foot, then the other. Breathe, and officially your breath should stay the same when you're in plank. Obviously there's more work, so it's a bit more difficult, but try to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So one more. We'll come back to these, well, if we've got time. But you can feel going into a plank like that, keep having a flat back and then just taking your legs back. There's a lot of work in your shoulders and upper back. Plank is hugely upper back and shoulders. Bring your knees down, flatten your feet, and just put your head underneath your forehead, your hands underneath your forehead, more like. Don't know how you can put your head underneath your forehead. So give your shoulders a bit of a shrug here. And we're going to walk forward to be on your front now. So on your front, if you are very curved in your low back, like your tailbone really sticks out behind you, you tend to stand like this, then you'll need a towel underneath your bottom rib. So see how you feel about it. You can always have it there if you don't need it. So I'll show you where it goes. It goes under your bottom rib, and then we're going to settle our legs out behind us, and we're going to do a diamond press, which is a little bit like crocodile breathing, but we're going to have our hands in a diamond. So I've got my pointer fingers together, thumbs together, and then you put your forehead in that hollow, like your head is a golf ball. Your hands are your golf tee. Elbows are out to the side, shoulders are down. Low back is relaxed. If it isn't, you need your towel. If it still isn't, you need to bulk your towel up. Take a breath in and then press into the diamond. So the length of your thumbs and the length of your pointer fingers push hard into the floor, and you keep pushing until your forehead comes off your hands and your head starts to rise up and it starts to bring your chest with it. Your chin is tucked right in, so you're looking down at your thumbs, your shoulders are down. What we want here is an extended upper spine and an extended neck. You'll get a bit of a lightness on the towel as well. Okay, let's lower down. So just try and lower down with control, just thinking of staying long all the time. Breath in here. Breathe out, push through the diamond, lift. Make sure the length of your fingers and the length of your thumbs are still pushing the floor. Hold it here, chin tucked in, back of your head pushed back behind you. We're going to turn your head to the right. So like you're just looking over your right elbow. Breathe here. And then we're going to turn your head to the left. Try and keep your neck extended. Imagine someone's pulling the crown of your head. Someone's cupped you under your ears and they're pulling. And then turn back to look down at your thumbs and then lower down. Okay, we're going to do a variation of the dart now. You're going to take your arms down by your sides. If the towel is too much here, because now we're really over it, like you're really propped up, then you can make it thinner or you can take it away. What you want though, you can also put it underneath your forehead so you don't eat your mat. So you need to feel that your rib cage is tucked in, and obviously that's impossible with your lying on your front. So if you need a bit of towel, then put something underneath there. Chin is tucked right in. Crown of your head is pulled out along the floor. Legs are relaxed. Drop your heels out. We're going to lift your arms up with your palms facing the ceiling. Once your arms are a bit lifted, reach your fingers away down to your heels. You're really stretching. You make your hands into paddles. So your fingers are all stuck together. I'm going to do this kneeling, otherwise can't see anything. So, but you're still facing the floor. So you're reaching paddles down by your sides. And now we're going to press our paddles up towards the ceiling, your palms pressing up. And then we're going to let our arms lower down. Reach up and lower your arms down. Keep a lot of stiffness in your arms. Keep shooting out from your fingers. We want to be able to breathe here. So if you're not breathing, then make the motion less so that you can. You're keeping your arms tucked in towards your sides. So we can add on, but if you're good here, then just stay doing this. Otherwise, we're going to imagine someone's pulling the crown of your head and you're going to float your face off the floor and you're going to carry on. So you've got a bit of an extension. You aren't bending any particular place in your low back. So if you feel in your mid or low back any sort of issue at all, then you lower your head down. So paddles pushing up, coming down. Let's just do one more. And then bring your head down. Now let's take our arms out to the side. So we want arms straight out to the sides here, like at shoulder height. Make your hands into fists with your thumbs sticking out and turn your thumbs up towards the ceiling. So your thumbs are pointing at the ceiling, your little curl of your little fingers on the floor. Reach your hands away from you. So make your arms really long. Shoulders down away from your ears. Push your thumbs up to the ceiling and then bring them down again. So your arms lift and lower here. Try and get your thumbs to go straight up. Try to let your shoulders lift up towards your ears. And the same thing, if you want to add on an extension of your spine, chin staying tucked right in, crown of your head pulled out, a little float of your face off the floor, you can do that. But it needs to not target any part of your low back. You need to stay extended evenly throughout the spine. So I'm just doing this with one arm kneeling, no space, but also you can't hear because I'm facing the carpet. Okay, let's bring your arms down. Now we're just going to do 2 reaches up overhead. So you're going to take your arms into a V, like you're doing the Y of YMCA. Your thumbs up towards the ceiling, your little fingers down towards the floor. Your hands are like choppers, like you're trying to do a fake karate chop. Reach your hands away, but bring your shoulders down. So your hands lift your shoulders, but you're bringing your shoulders back down again. And then lift your thumbs up towards the ceiling and then bring them down. This might really drive into your low back. So be careful doing these. Maybe just reach your arms out along the floor. Let's do one more lift. And let's actually do another. See if you can manage one more. Don't worry if it's uncomfortable, then you're not doing it, fine. And then bring your arms down, put your hands underneath your shoulders, push back, putting your bottom back towards your heels. And we're going to just sit in the child's pose just for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to stretch our shoulders. So you take a big breath here. And then let's come forwards like you're in all fours. And you put one arm down on the floor. You're going to put your elbow in and your hand out. So your hand, elbow and shoulder in line. Then you're going to put your other hand on top of that palm. So you're keeping your palm flat out towards the floor. Where's a good place to be? Here. So you're trying to put your thumbnail on the floor and all your fingernails on the floor. And then you walk your knees back and push your bottom back towards your heels. So you get a big stretch in your shoulder, in your upper back, side of your neck maybe, and along the top of that arm. If you don't feel a stretch, take your hand out wider. Your elbows are out and you need to tuck your elbow in. Okay, let's stretch arms. So other arm down, palm facing the ceiling, put your other hand on to keep it flat. Elbows tucked in, and then walk your knees back and drop your bottom back. So you're just allowing the weight of your body to stretch over that shoulder. And you just breathe here. If your shoulders are tight, front or back, quite often it's front, it keeps your ribs up in a hoik, so it keeps your core from being in the right shape, so it keeps you from really being able to strengthen your core. So it's all related. Okay, let's come on up. And let's flip over to sitting. Okay, so we're going to just sit legs out in front of you and then reach forward over your straight legs with both arms and drop your head. Okay, then let's bend both knees. So you sit over into a swirl with your legs one way. Put your front leg, hand out to the side and the other arm up to the ceiling. Oh, it's not like that with your legs. We're going to cross your ankles. No, that's not it. So forget what I said before. Your bottom leg is bent, it's on the floor, and the top foot is in front of that bottom leg with your knee up to the ceiling. That's the one we're doing. And then the other arm is up to the ceiling. This is called a wild thing. I don't know why people call it that. I call it a hip lift. So your crossed over foot, your crossed over leg, the foot is flat down on the floor, the knee is up towards the ceiling. We're reaching up, we're going to lift your hips up and we're going to push them forward. You're swiveling with that knee on the floor. Look up at the top hand, take a big breath in, and then reach this top arm up overhead. So we're going into a side bend. And then take that arm up and then lower down. Okay, we're going to do that 3 more times. There's an extension to this, and that's to take your bottom leg out and put it straight in front of the foot on the floor. You keep your foot on the floor, lift your hips up, stretch right up to the ceiling, take a breath in, reach your arm up overhead. Arm comes up, lower down. This shoulder of your supporting shoulder mustn't come forward and it mustn't drop down, your head mustn't drop down to it. So you can always just regress. You can also do this on your elbow if you're finding it all a bit too much on that hand. So reaching up, reaching over, reaching up again and lower down. Slightly side planky. Let's do one more. Reaching up, hips come up, press them forward. Reach up overhead, take a big breath. Arm comes up to the ceiling and lower your hips down. Okay, let's take your legs out in front of you again. Legs straight, stretch over your legs, dropping your head and chest just to kind of get out of that one. You'll feel one arm really working. We're going to do the other side now. So we're going to flip your legs the other way. Try to get it right this time. Bottom leg is bent on the floor and your top foot is crossed over in front of that foot on the floor, other hand out to the side. So we're in one of the cash sitting positions, arm up towards the ceiling. Watch that bottom shoulder. So that's what we're really working here. So if it's really rolling in or really dropping in towards your shoulder, you need to regress the whole thing. You can always stop. Lift up, push forward. Big breath here, trying to reach the ceiling. Then take your arm up overhead. Breathe. We're lowering down. Okay, 3 more. You can always extend. I'll do one extended. Reaching up first. Breathe. Reach over. Breathing out to lower down. Let's do one on our elbow. Breathe in here. Breathe out, reach. Exhale, come down. One more. Reach right up, push your hips forward. Right up overhead. Up to the ceiling. And lower down. Whew. Good those. Okay, legs out in front of you, feet flat on the floor. Hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your heels. We're going to drop your low back towards the floor. Hope you can actually see this. Dropping your low back towards the floor, you're doing a slump of your low back, C-curving your low spine. Elbows in a tuck in towards each other, so we're trying to have parallel arms. And then we're going to bend our elbows down towards the floor and then push through your hands, lift up. Try not to favor any part of your palm here. Try to have your palms flat down onto the floor. So we're doing tricep dips, back down, lift up. Back down, lift up. You do these on the floor and you realize that how bench presses are just impossible because these are very difficult to do even on the floor. The extension to this is to have your bottom hovering off the floor. You bend your elbows back, you lift up. And another extension is to have both legs straight and together, lift your hips here, straight legs, bend your elbows back and straighten. Who needs a bench? Right, let's go back to the bent version, me. We're going to do one more. It's enough. You can feel it's pretty tough, especially if your elbows are really coming together behind you. Okay, let's sit up. Cross your legs. I can't manage loads of them, lucky for you. Okay, arm up in the air. Put your hand behind your back. You're going to use the other hand just to press that elbow upwards, just trying to get a bit more of a lift while the other hand is reaching down your back. Don't make this too severe. Just try and get a little bit of a stretch feeling down the back of the arm. Good, shoulders sink down. Okay, let's do the other arm. So up, down your back, other hand just gives it a tiny push. Okay, whew. Let's come off our arms for a bit of a break. We're going to go onto our side. Just getting my towel ready for the next one. Don't need it for this one. Stretch your bottom arm out underneath you. Stretch your legs out. Check you can see both feet. So you've got your ribs tucked in. Stretch again. So because we want to get long for this one. This is going to be just about getting long. It's a bit of a relax to the bottom shoulder as well. Make sure your legs are the same length. I know that sounds silly, but you want your heels on top of each other. So top leg isn't shorter. That's how people go. So stretch your top leg out. Top hand can be in front of you on the floor if you need it, or it's on your top hip or on your top thigh, or you're going to reach it up overhead and you're going to pull the wrist of the top arm with your bottom arm. That is up to you. What's happened to the thing? Something's happened. Whew, okay, nearly lost the whole thing there. Okay, so wherever you are with your arms, then we're going to lift and lower your top leg, stretching it out. Good, breathing here. Keep it stretching. Let me just check we're working. It's all, oh good, everyone's doing it, so obviously it is working. Let's worry about this Zoom just giving up. Let's lift the top leg up, then lift the bottom leg up and lower it. So top leg staying still, your bottom leg stretching out to lift, slowly lowering, not slamming down into the floor. Think of your inner thigh of your bottom leg lifting here. So you might find your foot's doing something squiffy. You want to lift the leg, not the foot. So feet are pretty relaxed here. It's a stretch. If you think of it as a lift, it won't lift as well as if you think of it as a stretch, then lift. Okay, now we're going to lift the bottom leg up and we're going to attach both legs together. Your legs should still be the same length. Make sure your knees are attached together. Stretch your arms out overhead, stretch both legs out, and then lower both legs just to the floor and then lift up. Try to keep on your hip bone here. So the bonier it feels, the better. It should be on the joint of your femur and pelvis, not on bum cheek. Keep breathing. Keep your feet in view. So you start bananaing backwards, your ribs have come away from your pelvis. You can't use your core properly. Let's hold your top, your both, not top, both legs lifted, stretching your arms out. See if you can lift your legs higher. See if you can lift them even higher. Okay, let's lower both legs down to the floor. Good, let's roll over onto your back. And now we're going to get your towel or cushion or whatever you're going to use underneath your head. You might have a half roller or a block handy, you can use that too. So we need to be able to be in neutral here. You want your chin tucked in, you want your ribs, bottom ribs touching the floor, and you need to be able to slip your fingers into your low back while your tailbone is down. So you've got the natural curves of your spine. Your shoulders may be really lifted. That is just something we have to sacrifice for the sake of the bottom bit of the core, which is way more, well, takes precedence. Okay, and then let's take both, taking our arms into a goalpost position, elbows on the floor. So your elbows are at the same height as your shoulders and your lower arms are above that, your forearms are above that. So you're just kind of splayed out on the floor. If you can, get the backs of your hands on the floor, because then you'll open out your shoulders and externally rotate them. Okay, let's lift one leg up and straighten it up towards the ceiling. Now let's check our back position. Our bottom ribs should still be down. We should still have a gap in our low back. So if you've lost any of those things, you need to bend your knee and take your leg a bit further away until you can find it. So whatever you need to do there. If you have your leg lifted straight, then push the heel of it away. So we're trying to just use the back of the leg here. Take a breath in, breathe out, lower the leg down. Don't let your back shape change. Don't let you have any feeling of pull of your chest off the floor, and then come back up. So your leg just goes down as long as you can keep your back shape the same without any effort. We're breathing out to lower, breathing in to lift. No difference in the weight of the foot on the floor. You're feeling like the lower part of your tummy is hanging onto your leg a bit. You don't feel like any of your chest is lifting or your low back gap is widening. Your jaw is relaxed, tongue is on the roof of your mouth. You're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, let's do one more. Bend that knee, foot on the floor. Other leg up, straight if you can, heel pushed away if you can. Settle your shoulders down onto the floor, backs of your arms on the floor, backs of your hands on the floor, ribs down. Breathe in, breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift. So the trick of these is to keep them easy. So it's the hardest to do, I think, because we're very good at trying hard. We're not very good at listening to what we can actually do. We kind of think it's all no pain, no gain. So try and just keep these really easy. So that would mean your leg not going down as low and maybe not being as straight. They're easier with your arms anchored on the floor than the ones when we have our arms up in the air. You might notice the difference. More to hold on to. Okay, let's say one more. I don't know if that's about the same, but I think it's about the same. Bring that leg in, put that foot on the floor. Okay, just settle your feet down. Check, bottom rib is down. And then keeping a right angle at your elbows, bring your elbows together in front of your face and the sides of your hands together. And then open out. And again, squeeze your elbows in and the sides of your hands. I'll show you what I'm doing sitting up. We're doing these. Try and meet your elbows, try and meet your hands without your elbows coming down. So keep your elbows in front, just in front of your chin. Okay, let's stay with our elbows squashed together now. But sides of your hands squashed together. Breathe here and lift your hands away from the floor. So you're trying to get a bit more of a right angle, like less drop of your hands down towards the floor. And then take your fingers back towards the floor and then elbows back over your chin. So you're reaching to the floor behind your head and then bringing your arms back up again, but keep your elbows as squashed together as you can. You'll notice here, or you might notice if your back is tight or if your shoulders are tight, how this has to be a rib lift. So just try and keep your ribs down and just try and keep honest with what your arms can actually do. Okay, we're going to add some ab curls to this. So you can keep your feet on the floor and as your elbows come down over your chin, you lift up as if you're trying to hoik your chest up over both knees. And then lower down, and you can add a reach of your hands down to the floor, but leave that out if you think your ribs are lifting. So you're breathing out to curl up and breathing in to lower. Okay, if you're all right with both legs in the air, so that you know you haven't got any diastasis recti, split tummy muscles, or incontinence issues, or low back pain, you lift one leg up and then the other, cross your legs over. Prolapse, hernia, all the same thing. Don't do it. Legs crossed, feet at the same height as your knees. We're going to do it like this. So you're going to bring your elbows towards your knees. Your knees don't come towards your elbows. And then you come down. We're breathing out to lift. Into lower. Try to keep your bottom rib down as you bring your head down. If your rib is lifting and you feel this getting into your back, then you don't bring your head all the way down. You lower down slightly and then you lift up again. Lower down slightly, breathe out, lift up. Okay, let's swap our legs. Other leg on top. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Keep your elbows squeezed together. Try and keep your hands away from your face. Make sure you're breathing. Any ab curls where you're not exhaling coming up are not advisable. It's chest coming up to your knees, not your knees coming into them. Your feet can still be on the floor. Let's make this one the last one. And then uncross your knees, bring your knees into your chest, hands on your shins, and just have a little roll from side to side and a shrug of your shoulders. And just take a few breaths there. Okay, let's roll over onto the other side to do the straight leg lifts. So stretch your bottom arm out underneath you. Check you can see your feet and then re-stretch that bottom arm underneath you. We want to get longer here, but we want to get longer without our ribs lifting. So bring your ribs down. You might need to bring the lower part of your back backwards and push your bottom back behind you. So if you can, your hands are off the floor or even up overhead, you're putting the wrist of it. If you lose your shape, then you're not. You're using your hand in front of you. Top legs lifting and lowering first, legs the same length. So stretch that top leg out. If you think they're the same length, stretch the top leg out anyway. You'll feel way more hip work and your waist will come off the floor. We're much longer. Foot's relaxed here. Toes relaxed. Top leg is going to lift. Bottom leg stretches out and lifts. You might find the first one doesn't really work that way, and then you get the gist of it. Keep stretching and lifting. Don't worry how good you are at doing these. Good is only, but anything, it's only an opinion anyway. It's how well you feel it working for you. So you want that inner thigh to be lifting. You want that waist to be lifted, top leg stretched out. So actually sometimes, quite often, things that look better are not as good. Okay, legs stick together. We're lowering and lifting them. Try and keep your knees touching. Try and keep your heels touching. Try and keep on bony bit of your pelvis. Keep your legs the same length. We're stretching, lowering. Still breathing. At some point, it doesn't really matter on your side how you breathe, but you don't want to be holding your breath. Okay, let's do the hold. Let's hold our legs up. Stretch your arms out overhead. Hold your legs higher. Keep your knees stuck together. Make sure your feet are still in view. Hold your legs higher. Okay, let's lower both legs down, bend your knees, put your top hand in front of you and just push off up to sitting. And now we're doing the swirly leg thing that I thought we were doing before. So legs are in a swirl, knee not overlapping your foot. You can use the towel or a block underneath that lifted hip if it makes it a bit easier. It's a big stretch anyway. If you want to increase this, you would do this as a 90-90 stretch. So you bring your top knee in front of the hip, you make a 90 degree at that knee, you take your back leg back behind you, make 90 degrees at that hip and that knee. So it's much harder like that. See if you can do it. We're going to sit up, drop our ribs, and then arms are going to come out. Keep your knees attached to the floor. We're going to twist away from your swirly legs. Bring your hands down to the floor. Put your hands shoulder width apart and turn your shoulders that way. Don't worry if you can't do all of those things, but try. Ribs going to tuck in. We're going to bend our elbows. Try and bring your nose down to the floor. Feel a big stretch here in the pec of your back arm. Push through both hands. Take a breath, lower again. Okay, let's come on up. Lift both arms up. Very awkward, I know. We're going to do the 90-90 the other way. So you can be in a tight curl, or you can take your front knee in front of the hip, butt out, so there's 90 degrees at the knee, back knee behind you, 90 degrees at that knee, or not if it doesn't work. We're trying to sit up, we're trying to bring our ribs down, arms out. Let's turn away from your swirling legs. Bring one hand down to the floor, then the other. Hands are shoulder width apart. Our shoulders are trying to face the floor. Bend both elbows. Bring your head down to the floor, heading down with your nose. Just breathing here. Okay, let's push into both hands, come up. Take a breath and go back down again. Push into both hands. Let's come up, arms off the floor. Let's tuck your legs in underneath you and come up to kneeling. Good, quick stretch the back of our legs. You can kneel on your towel if it's too knobbly on your knees. We're going to take one leg out in front of you, straight, toes up to the ceiling, heel down, foot right in front of the hip. Arms are going to come up, reach forward over that leg. Take your bottom back behind you. Feel that stretch to the back of the leg. You'll feel the stretch where you're tightest. It doesn't mean the other bits aren't tight either. So most people come behind the knee, but it might be in your calf. It might be in your ankle. Okay, let's do the other one. So that knee in, other leg out, straight in front of the hip, toes up towards the ceiling, arms out in front, reach, and push your hips back behind you. We didn't get back to that plank, but we'll do more planking, well, variations on Friday. Okay, let's come on up, put that foot flat in front of you. Push into that foot, hover your back knee off. So then we're coming up, glutes, not back. Bring your legs in, so your feet are hip width, toes pointing forward. Take your arms out to the side and stretch them away from each other. So you're trying to get your shoulder blades apart. Turn your palms up and bring your little fingers together in front of you, palms still up. Lift your shoulders, drop them down. Take our arms out wide again. We're going to take our arms in front of us, cross them over so that you're holding onto each shoulder blade, giving yourself a big hug. Drop your shoulders down. Okay, let's roll. So you're just drawing circles on the ceiling with your head. You can move your pelvis or not move your pelvis. We just want to feel a good stretch across your upper back and all the way down your back, actually. Okay, let's circle around the other way. Okay, note which arm is on top. Arms come up wide, Cross them over again, other arm on top. Shoulders drop down. Let's circle. Circle around the other way. Okay, and then let's reduce our circles. Let's stop. Both arms up in the air. Take a big breath, come onto your toes, reach up, try and touch the ceiling. And then heels down, bend your knees and let that breath out. Roll up, reach up, stretch. Big breath in, and then let that out. Well done. Might feel that in your arms. Feeling armsy this week. Go a bit armsy on Friday as well.